So you tease me, Michael, that I keep score. Well, that goes both ways. As in, I'll acknowledge when I'm wrong. And I've been wrong, but I was really wrong to even think that Urban Meyer deserved the benefit of the doubt that I gave him when he came into the league. And people like you were like, nah, bruh, he ain't cut out for this. I think, because I like to think that I'm a good person. I'm trying to be a good person. And so part of being a good person is giving people an opportunity. Like, I'd rather be wrong about thinking better of someone than the opposite, if that makes sense. I think what I underestimated, and I may have said this already. I think I said this when he first got fired. I just underestimated what an a-hole this guy was. Yeah. Because this Athletic article today paints a picture of not just an arrogant guy, but a bad guy. The arrogant thing got the headlines, which is not just that, and dare I say it, about a guy who doesn't he have the highest winning percentage in college football history?
He's up there, yeah. I mean,
he's up there.
Great record everywhere he's been.
He's incompetent. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Why do you say he's an idiot, though?
Hey, who's this 99 guy? Who's this 99 guy? I hear he might give us problems. And it's like, who's the 99 guy for the Rams? And I'm like, okay, well, wait a second. Maybe he was being sarcastic. But when they reportedly he didn't know who Deebo Samuel was, he didn't know who Jamal Adams was.
He knew Deebo from Friday.
He's an idiot. He's a dumbass because he thought he knew everything. Let me say that again. Right. He's a dumbass because he thought he knew everything. Does he lack intelligence? No, obviously not. But you have to be a fool to believe your own bullshit. And the way that this dude talked to people, the way he treated people, threatened them, it's almost like he knew he had something to prove. And instead of humbling himself and learning how to succeed at the NFL level, he went around trying to scare everybody to death. Talking about scouts are lazy in front of scouts? Threatening to fire people and their coaches, like throwing every position coach and everybody under the bus. He was dishonest. Anything that you could say about what makes a coach a bad coach, it was almost like he just went for he checked every box. Like there's, what are you looking for in a coach? What are you not looking for a coach? Hubris, arrogance, dishonesty, abrasiveness.
That's a quote.
Incompetence. It's like, are you serious?
That's the quote of the year. Right? I'm keeping a tab in my head.
So bottom line, just to wrap this up, Shad Khan was foolish enough to drink the Urban Meyer Kool-Aid. I can't believe how foolish I was to sit up here and think that this would work. So you tried to tell me, I didn't listen.
Hey, man,
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by association. It's like I can't believe I thought this guy might actually cut it in the NFL.
And Mike, this is where you should have known. This is the moment you should have known it wasn't going to work. Here it is. I love when it is. Here it is, right here. We've decided to go with Trevor at quarterback.
Yeah. That was a red flag. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing on social media nowadays. Is red flags, right?
Oh, really?
That was a red flag. Yeah.
But look, the reason
Michael,
he
told Trevor about the wide receivers. This is when John Brown signed. These boys from slow it down for him. These boys from the South, their transcripts ain't right. He told the players, if I fired you today, you couldn't get a job working $15 an hour. So I would love to say worse than Urban Meyer, but I don't want to be reckless. But I'm gonna just say this. I want to say worse about it. I'm gonna just say this. It's walking like a duck and it's quacking like a duck when it comes to how Urban Meyer views players. Okay? Let's just put it that way.
Well, yep. And look, I think the reason it's not going to work for guys like Urban Meyer, who lack humility. It's not necessarily intelligence, it's humility. And that is kind of, those guys are bred on college football fields and on college and university campuses across the United States of America. And it usually is about 8 to 10 years in, they're not football coaches as much as they are emperors. And they're used to so many people. Everybody has to kiss up to them. Everybody's got to kiss the ring and kiss other parts of the body just to be accepted into the kingdom. So they got more power than the provost, the president, got more power than university professors. They got more power than their players because they can take scholarships away. Okay, go to the transfer portal if you want. This is my kingdom. And those guys, assistant coaches, nobody really challenges them. And so when you get so used to that and you have some success, as he did, and like he was an emperor at Ohio State, he was an emperor at Florida, he won national championships at both places. Everybody bowed down to them. He got a lot of money. He was able to lie his way out of trouble at Ohio State. They eventually moved on from him, but he got an extra year, and they knew they knew he lied, but they still let him stay before he eventually moved on. So you have all this stuff around you. You're so insulated. All your assistant coaches do the hard work. You come in and charm them as a closer on recruiting. When you go to the NFL, and it actually takes some real hard work, and players will challenge you, and some coaches will challenge you. It's just too much. It's overwhelming for a personality like that.
But Mike, I get that. And that's part of the reason why there's skepticism about college coaches in general. The college coach failing to make the transition to the NFL is not new.
If you're humble,
for all the reasons you talked about. If you humble yourself.
Hubris. It's all hubris.
It's not all hubris. It is part intelligence. And here's what I mean when I say intelligence. I'm not talking about whether he's smart when it comes to X's and O's. I'm not talking about whether he's worldly smart. A truly intelligent person knows what he doesn't know, okay?
Right.
A truly intelligent person adjusts if what you're doing is not working, which that's partly hubris is blocking him from being able to say, wait a second, what I did that was successful in college isn't cutting it here. Okay? So yes, it's got a lot to do with arrogance and hubris. 100%. It's got a lot to do with having things go a certain way in college and it working for you and fooling you into believing that it will work at the next level. But a truly smart person understands, I don't know everything. Or worse, a truly smart person at least does the work and is prepared for the job. He wasn't prepared. If you got to ask who the hell 99 is, bro, if you don't know who the 5th rotational defensive tackle is on the Rams, that's one thing. You don't know who a Hall of Fame player, well, you should, but that's one thing. But if you don't know who the best player in the NFL is, exactly what are you here for? You know, that's why I say he's an idiot. Because or self-sabotage. Or like you say, he didn't want to do the work and just wanted to be fired and just decided, maybe I should kick somebody. Maybe that'll get the job done. Because belittling people and degrading people isn't getting it done. Maybe I got to kick my kicker, and maybe that's the thing that'll get me fired. I don't know what this dude's problem was, but I don't blame him. I blame me for believing that he could actually figure it out.
Okay,
my apologies.
And why would he? Why would he know better? Why would he know better? He should, but what in his career says? Who said to him, "No, you can't do that"? They do that at Bowling Green? Probably not. Utah?
Yeah.
Did they do that in any of his TV gigs? You can't do that. He's just he's used to people just kind of just bowing down to him and the red carpet and the rose petals
and he kept succeeding. It's like I tell my son. It's like we were at practice the other day, and he, making these threes, but your shooting form still isn't right. But you've been rewarded by succeeding doing it the wrong way, so it's hard to break that habit. Likewise, he's won everywhere he's been, which is why Shah Khan got fooled, which is why I got fooled. You saw it. You saw it. You saw it before from Jump Street.
We're going to go with Trevor. We're going to go with Trevor quarterback. Yeah. I think that's the best way to go.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.